Okay, so I was trying to free up some space from my everywhere hard disks, from my Seagate, from my YouTube, from my iMovie, from my laptop iMovie. And I felt, and I was also watching Lily sing, and I was watching this classmate from the acting school's YouTube video. It was more like a very short sort of film, and I felt that I don't want to do the vlog. Not like I've been doing them. I want to talk less and think less, and I want to do only things, not only, but the bulk of the things I want to do during the day or any free time that I have is just pursuing and putting all my focus on the film world. It's not so much just acting, but the film world itself. So I want to do that more than anything. I want to create films and things and movies, and it's very difficult to be honest with myself and even more difficult to be honest with you. But the reason that I started was to get myself out of the pity stage, I guess. I don't even remember. I want to go look at my past vlogs, the beginning vlogs. I'm sure I talked about them around then, but I was so depressed coming out of my breakup, and after each breakup I've also been a lot more kind to myself and pushed myself more into the world. And the first time was with SoundCloud and now with YouTube. I was watching Lily sing videos and I got so much into them, and I decided one day to try them out. I guess this is like a flashback thing, even though I don't look that great for it. But I decided to try that out for myself, and I just started doing it instead, because I was also on that kind of record repeating, broken record type of thing regarding my relationship, and my friend kind of got upset with me, or not upset, but just bored of me trying to say the same things. And I realized all I wanted was to say things. I didn't want advice, and a lot of people will get upset if they can't give advice, because that makes sense. Not necessarily that she was in that state, but at one point it does get too much when you have the broken record of everything. So, and watching Lily, I felt so her vlogging, and I decided one day just press record on my phone and do it. And that's what I did. I've done this for every single day for a year and a little bit, like 2 months. I forget when I started exactly, but every single day. I've not posted everything. Some things I've posted and taken back because I was in a very dark space. I mean, breakups can be very challenging, and you don't necessarily want to put out there everything that happens. And not just for people to not see, but also you don't want to see that again. And you don't recognize it. There's moments when I don't recognize myself during that breakup, but that's why I started. I started to get out of that, or to just cope with that, to also be consistent with something. And I think I've achieved my goal more or less, not completely, but I've achieved my goal more or less. I mean, I sat and I finished February yesterday and today, and I'm going to finish March today. I'm going to really fast forward, and I'm going to really keep just the essentials. No, all the stuff that it means a lot to me that I had to say. I'm sure I'll say it again, or I'm sure I've said it before. I don't know, but I'm going to be very harsh on myself. And as writers say, kill the babies, but not actual babies. But when you're writing, you don't want to let go of so much because it's so personal. It's so yours. It's your babies that you created, not necessarily the best things that you could create or the best things that you've put out there, or you could put out there for that instance. So I'm just going to keep the minimum and get through March and then April, because I want more of my cameras should be coming, and I want to start making actual videos and creativeness and scripts, and I'm going to write. I'm going to start writing and collaborating, and I want to also act. I'm longing to act. So I want to do more of that, and this is getting in the way, and it's getting very tedious and overwhelming and too much for me to handle. I want to keep the vlogging because there are moments like I could choose not to post any of these, but I want that first day that I I went to acting class, and that second day that I went to acting class, and the third and the fourth, and the ones that I didn't go to, and have that journey there to look back on. But those are important moments, and all the fillers, like when I recorded Fast 8 screening or premiere, all the other moments didn't really matter. The morning talks and all that doesn't really matter. What mattered, what you want to keep with you, are the big memories of that day, like how my stomach is doing, what did I eat or did not eat, how I'm feeling emotionally, the traffic. But just like these don't have to be an hour long each thing, or 15 minutes each, or even 5 minutes, or even a minute each. There can be like very like brief seconds, like this is my stomach. And so the next goal, I guess, in this is not so much consistency, which will, I think, be remedied, being concise. I don't know the noun version of that. By being concise, I think I'll be more consistent, and I'll also have a lot more time to do other things, and I'll also get things across. Like, this is already 7 minutes, but it's not that bad. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. And I also got, I recorded myself interviewing for teaching English as a foreign language in Taiwan. At that time, I said I got overwhelmed, I think, with the Candida diet and everything. And if I'm confessing everything, I didn't finish confessing about YouTube. I'll come back to this because but regarding YouTube, I started for the consistency, for just my own sanity, to just let things out in a not invasive way. I'm not texting you, I'm not seeing and talking to you, I'm just posting out there what I have to say. You can watch it, but you don't have to watch it. That's why I like vlogging and blogging and all this stuff. I need to say stuff, I put it out there, but it's on you if you want it, if you need it. I'm not forcing it on you. That was like the main thing. Consistency was the other thing. Creativity, which is how I started doing a lot more creative projects, and it did help a lot. But it morphed now into being seen and having the presence, online presence, and maybe someone seeing me so I can collaborate, so I can find my people. And also it's morphing, even from that is morphing into how can I use YouTube not to make money, which I want, because I want to do more this type of stuff than having a full-time job that I suck at and cannot enjoy, and it's horrible. But not meeting my people as much as meeting that person. How can I use YouTube to bring me to my element and to my home where I feel that person will be? How can I use it to create the opportunities that I want to have in my life as romantic? But even the romantic comes from more of an activist point of view. I want to be someone that the someone I want to be with likes. If that makes sense. That sounds weird and very simplified, but that's kind of what it has morphed into. And I can't do that by vlogging. I can only do so much by vlogging. Someone has to actually listen to me just sitting there in my car talking, or here talking. Also, a lot of the times not looking too great. That's why I want to do more creative things, reaching out, collaborations with people around me. And I don't know. Another video, before I get to the Taiwan interview, another video I kind of caught as I was deleting a lot of videos was me talking about how I want to inspire people to educate themselves and to adore education, and knowledge is power. See how true that is. No matter who you are, no matter what religion or political, political party or political viewpoint or whatever, no matter what circumstance you're born into or not born into, really no matter if you're super rich or you're super poor or whatever, education is the thing that is the most powerful tool you can have. I am so far from being super educated or intelligent. I have a friend, I cannot compare to him. And a lot of people, even I was watching Lily sing, and the way she speaks and how organized her thoughts are, everything, how she's organized. I want to get her book, but getting her book I don't think is going to solve my problems, because I think that that's just not me. So it doesn't mean that I can't work hard to get that way or to get more organized, but that's her. That's her skill. That's her point on this earth. That's her, given talent, I guess. Doesn't mean that she's the only one doing it or that it comes so easily. I'm not saying talent comes easily. Talent does not come easily. But, you know, like, it's sometimes some things you're just more, I don't know the word. Let's see. This is why I'm not, you know, education is not necessarily knowing the best words. It's just critical thinking. And it doesn't really matter what I am and where I am. I want other people, and especially new generations, to be more educated. And not in the sense of, I know 2 plus 2. I always say this, not in that sense. Not in, well, I go to math class or whatever, I do homework. No. But true education, true intelligence, where you can critical think and you don't rely on anyone to tell you what's right and what's wrong, what's correct, what's false, what's fact, what's fiction. None of that. You decide for yourself, but you decide for yourself with a good set of tools of how to decide that. Not just because you decided because someone else told you, because that's how you grew up, because whatever nonsense reason like that, but because knowing everything, you start developing intuitions to figure out the answers for you, and also to connect. And the other thing is, I want to, especially language education, especially bridging people together, especially seeing the amazingness that's out across oceans or state lines or down the street or everywhere in the world, North Hemisphere, South Hemisphere, everywhere. It's hard. I'm not perfect and I'm not an expert at that. It's my own challenge to kind of educate myself and grow myself as well in that sense. But that's always been my dream. It's always been my dream. With singing when I was 5, that was the reason I wanted to be a singer. That I still have no idea how to do that with YouTube. There's other people who do it so much better. She does it amazingly better in her own way, and, you know, other things, not so much language. Mimic Method, they do a great job and they have momentum going, and that's why I wanted to be a part of them. All this stuff, that doesn't mean I don't have to try or I can't try. I want to try. That's what I want to get out of YouTube. And also tying into like this Taiwanese thing, it was so nice seeing, like, I lit up when I started talking about kids, and it's kind of been painful seeing my friends' Instagram. This is the weird me. I talk about how kids are not my thing. My friend's kid at our sushi date, I was so uncomfortable and awkward, and I easily could say I just don't do kids. I don't like kids. Yeah, we don't go together too well. But then I see my friend's Instagram from her teaching in Korea and all these kids, and it kind of breaks my heart that I didn't get accepted into that program, even though it wasn't the best option for me. But it was like, oh, I wish I had that experience, and it kind of makes me sad that I missed on that. I miss, you know, like, life goes on and you can't go back. And the same thing with Taiwan. Not so much for the epic interview, but for the Taiwanese, at that time I thought, oh, you know, I got overwhelmed. I wanted to reply, and then I never replied, and then they even sent me like, well, at least you could have replied that you didn't want the acceptance. I just, at that point, it was gone, you know, and I felt sort of lied to myself. Well, this won't matter because, you know, burn the bridge, so I can't cross that bridge. But now I'm not so sure about it. I don't know, but seeing myself in the interview a little bit, I just remember how I lit up from inside when I thought of being with these kids and teaching them English and being with them and hearing their voices and, you know, being rowdy, being happy, being sad, being whatever they are. So, 16 minutes, anyways, whatever. But that's for today. I feel, as you know, as far as my stomach is concerned, is not doing well. It's not doing well at all. I woke up with the incredible chest pressure and pain, bitterness in my mouth, acid reflux in my throat. I also am like achy, kind of. Not like pain, but ache. Like my joints don't move too well. It's like achy. It's kind of like sore muscles and my jaw and stuff. In Romanian, we call it nevralgia, neuralgia. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's kind of what I'll say it is. Oh, and today I ate honey mustard and ranch with a little bit of the hamburger that my mom made not so well, and some green beans and some bread my grandfather made, and some ice cream, 2 Oreos, some Nutella, like a tablespoon of Nutella. That was that. And then in the morning I ate egg and a little bit of rice. The rice wasn't a great idea. I think yesterday I ate too much soup, too many liquids. Every time I eat too many liquids, I get this bitterness and acid. It's weird. And I did take Nexium, and I took also Claritin. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to go back. I already feel like that anxiety, the horrible feeling of this is 18 minutes and I'm going to have to edit this. And it's like all over the place, and wasn't very concise, and I wasn't very organized in my thoughts. It sucks. But yeah, moving on. Oh, and Aaron Yan.